Welcome to the introduction to dog grooming. Before I begin, I want to say two things. I know this isn't the normal kind of content that I would publish on this channel, but it's been something I wanted to do for some time. So let me begin with a proper introduction. Hello, my name is Caleb and I am a certified pet groomer under the Paragon School of Pet Grooming. I wanted to make this series so I can help inform people what goes on here at the shop or salon, and also to teach people what they should do at home to make our lives easier, to what makes your pets' lives easier, and to make your lives easier. So let's begin. Grooming your dog is an important part of their overall well-being. Regular grooming helps promote a healthy coat, and it prevents matting, and it will keep your furry friend very comfortable. First, let's talk about brushing. Brushing is like the most important thing you can do for your dog at home. It will help prevent matting, and it will save us time, it will save us energy, and it could possibly save you money in the long run, because we will charge less if your dog is not matted versus you bring a dog in that's extremely matted. So anyways, let's continue with this section. Brushing is the practice that we encourage all pet owners to do at home, especially with dogs with much longer coats. Brushing your dog's coat not only removes loose hair, but it also stimulates the skin and produces a healthy blood circulation. Brushing is an excellent way to keep your pet's hair mat-free. Places that should regularly be brushed a little more and requires a little bit more attention would be the armpits, behind the ears here, and the tail, along with the elbows on the front legs. Here at the shop we use a variety of different brushes. You won't need all the ones we use because all of them kind of have a kind of specific purpose. But here are three that we would recommend most pet owners would have. So first we have a comb. Yeah, pretty simple, right? It's a comb. This is called a Greyhound comb, and it's used mostly, it will pull out undercoat and it will pull out mats from the dogs and help keep their hair tangle free. And as you can see, they have two different sides. They have a very fine tooth side and a coarser tooth side, and you can use whatever one fits the job. Next is the slicker brush. It is a brush with wirely pins that come out, and what it can be used for is mainly for pulling out undercoat from the dog. And we generally don't use this much in just the brushing phase. This is more during when we're actually shaving the dog, and we'll use it, and for finishing before we send it home, just to kind of give it that nice finished look to it. Finally, we have the dematting knife. And yes, I said knife. At the end here are blades that will cut through the hair if the dog is matted and you can't use your comb to get through it. This is a great tool to have. We sell it here at the shop. I think you can find it on Amazon. You can find all of these on Amazon. I think all of them, you can find them for under 10 bucks. I guarantee you can find us. We get these at expos that we go to. But we sell them here for a little bit more. And don't worry, these bottom pieces here, they're not sharp. They're kind of rounded off, and the blade kind of ends back here, just so you don't cut the dog. So that's pretty much it for the brushing. And we recommend for longer coats, you do it at least like 3 or 4 times a week. Longer coats, we will recommend you do it every day, just to avoid getting mats, because once the mats start, I'll be honest, it's hard to get them out. It just snowballs and snowballs. Next thing you know, you have this matted dog that is out of control, and we just gotta shave it right down to the skin. And most people don't want that, so there you go. Next is bathing. Bathing is something we don't usually recommend owners do, and we actually tell them to try to avoid it, especially when they have dogs with long coats that are curly or wavy. And I'll explain that in a few minutes here, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Your dog rolls in mud, gets dirty, gets all sorts of gunk and stuff in their hair. Yeah, you want to get that out. I don't blame you. That's what they do. They're dogs. They're dirty. They're animals. So when you do that, you should use a dog-oriented shampoo and conditioner. There's many great products out there. Many. Countless. They're all mostly good. I would recommend, personally, I would use Mane and Tail shampoo. I'll put another better picture up there. It's a product we've used here in the shop for years. And I used it on my own hair because I ran out of shampoo one day and that's all I had. But that's besides the point. It's a great product. I like it. I would recommend it. and it's safe for animals. Along with that, make sure you use a conditioner to help kind of rehydrate that coat to make sure it doesn't dry out and get damaged at all. And it will make your coat feel a little softer and such. The other thing to pay attention to when you're bathing is put a piece of cotton, like cotton balls. They're cheap at the pharmacy, you can get them. Stick some cotton balls in the ears, it'll prevent water from getting in. It's a great way to help try to avoid ear infections and other issues that could cause getting water in the ear. As I said a few minutes ago about how we recommend owners don't bathe, you're all thinking, well, why the hell would they say that? Isn't bathing a good practice? Yes, it is. But here's why we kind of recommend that we don't do it. It's not the bathing itself. It's more the drying process, or lack thereof. Most pet owners will not dry their dogs after the bath, as in completely dry, like how it was before you put it in the tub. And I don't blame them. It's hard to get your dog to sit still and hold it down while you dry it, and plus, it's a long process and no one wants to spend that much time doing that. But if you bathe a dog with long hair, just get a hair dryer, dry through, and make sure you're brushing while you do it, because wet hair will mat like that as it dries naturally, and honestly, you don't want to mat a dog doing that. So take a little extra time, dry it out, make sure you're brushing it. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of why we recommend we don't. Because we see it, people come in, they bathe the dogs, and now their dog's matted, and gotta shave it down because, well, we can't get combs through it, and we don't want to torture the dog by dematting it the whole time. So that's just my little recommendation with that. Take it and do with it as you want. Now on to nail trimming. Regular nail trims are essential for your dog's comfort and mobility. Not maintaining your nails and leaving them grow long is one of the leading causes for dogs getting arthritis, and it will actually kind of rot away their bone in their toes and cause bone issues. So we recommend that they come and get it done. Owners can also do this at home, but there are some things you gotta be careful of. When cutting nail, just like human nails, you want to make sure you don't cut it too close, or it will cause the toe to bleed, and that is not comfortable for the dog, and it can make a mess. For as little as a hole as it is for the blood to come out of, it will make it seem like that dog is gushing blood. But don't worry, the dog will be fine. So if that happens, use septic powder. We recommend using something like this. And if you don't have it, because it can get a little expensive, cornstarch, flour, good substitute. It'll help clot the blood so it doesn't bleed everywhere. And if that does happen, we also recommend try to keep the dog off of concrete for an hour or two so it doesn't scratch open that clot and cause it to bleed all over the place again, because that's not fun. If you're unsure about anything or the process, contact a veterinarian or a groomer like myself, or your own groomer that you go to. I know here we're happy to do them. Give us 24 hours notice, we'll get you in the next day, and you can come in and we'll get your nails done. No problem. But that's pretty much it for nail trims. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's easy, but just be careful with it. Alright, next section. Lastly, let's talk about ear cleaning. Ear cleaning is essential to checking in on your dog's health. Some things that happen in the ears may not be visible unless you look. Things that you want to keep an eye out for are ear infections and ear mites. Both are kind of easy to pick up on. The ear infections, the ear will be very red and inflamed, a little puffy, with kind of like a yellowish discharge, along with it having a very yeasty smell coming from the ear. And ear mites, they're a little hard to pick up on, but what you're looking for is when you clean out the ear, it'll look like coffee ground specks coming out in whatever you use to clean out the ear. Excuse me. Anyways, if you detect any of it, or you suspect that your dog or cat may have either one of those, please contact a vet and they will help you with whatever you need to do in getting medications and whatever. The other thing to notice is don't stick anything down deep in the ear canal. Leave that for the vets and the professionals. It's very easy to damage an eardrum or something if you just jam stuff down in the ear canal. So please be careful with that. That concludes my basic guide to home grooming and what you guys should be doing at home. Remember, patience and positive reinforcements are key for grooming your dog. Take breaks when needed and give them lots of treats. Give them lots of treats and make sure it's a good positive experience. That will help us greatly here when dealing with your dogs, because that will be much more adjusted to what we're doing. And it'll make them more relaxed. Because trust me, it's really hard to groom a dog that doesn't want to be groomed. And as always, if you're unsure about any part of the grooming procedure or you have questions, contact your groomer or leave a comment on this video and I will try to respond to it as best as I can. Thank you for watching this guide. I hope that this video has provided you with valuable tips and techniques. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more pet care videos along with whatever content I choose to create. So thank you all for watching and goodbye.